I'm starting career mode as an unemployed manager. That means I've got no club, no reputation, no experience, but yet a dream of one day managing a top club and winning the Champions League. But first though, I need a job because my rent is due. Now let's be honest, with zero experience, no serious club is going to be hiring me. And so I'm going to have to start from the very bottom, EFL League 2. But right now, the new season has just begun and there's no vacancies in any club. Also, the German third division could be an area where I could find myself a job. But even here, no team is looking for a new manager. And so for the next few months, I stayed unemployed. But I did watch a lot of videos on Pep Guardiola's tactics. All I can do right now is prepare myself for eventually when I do get a job.
Many months later.
I am still unemployed. It's been 4 months. Bro, at this rate, I'm gonna end up being homeless. But still, boys, not a single EFL League 2 club has any sort of vacancy. Okay, but wait a minute, there is a bit of hope. FC Hansa Rostock. I have never heard of this club in my life. Apparently, their manager is very insecure right now, and my hiring likelihood is likely. They're that desperate. If I declare interest, could I finally get employed? Okay, I've just submitted an application here, and I've just got an email from them that they're going to carefully review my CV and references. Bro, my CV is legit going to be empty, and I have no references. Oh, wait a minute, boys. They've just sent me a contract offer. Looks like they're just as desperate as me. What are these expectations? They want me to win the league title. Okay, it is the German third division, and they're paying me 18,000 per week. At least I won't be homeless. And you know what? Beggars can't be choosers. I don't have any other offers. It's time to become a football manager. And so I've got my first job, FC Hansa Rostock manager. Now I know if I want to become a Champions League winning manager, this cannot be the final destination. But if I can impress here, show my tactical prowess, get this team promoted, maybe bigger clubs will be interested in me. Hang on a minute. Why on earth did this club change their manager? They're already third in the league. I guess that's the level here. The Hansa Rostock board probably just want to win the league no matter what. And I guess if we don't do that, I'm gonna get sacked. And okay, this is the team we're working with. Honestly, it looks like a pretty experienced squad. I'm not a big fan of this formation though, because I don't like playing 3 at the back systems. I'm not sure if changing the tactics completely at a brand new club that I've just joined is the right play, especially considering I've got zero experience as a manager. But hey, all those Pep Guardiola videos that I've watched, we are putting them to good use. We're gonna be playing a high line, balanced build-up style, and a 4-3-3 holding system. Actually, boys, the team doesn't look too bad in this 4-3-3 system. I've got every player playing in the right position, except for our right back. We've got this need-hard guy. I can't be having a 31-year-old playing in that right back spot with 66 pace. That is definitely a position we probably need to make a signing. I also feel like in the CDM spot, if we can get someone better, could be good for the team, and probably some firepower in the attack. But okay, I don't think all of that is happening, boys. I just realized I'm managing a German third division club. We've got just 2 million in our budget, so I guess trusting the academy might be the play here in my first managerial job. And okay, there is some talent in here. Bastian Sturm, 59 rated right back. Potential looks crazy. I see shades of Philip Lahm in him, promoting him straight away. And well, I wanted some firepower in the attack, and we've got Antonio Saavedra. I think that's the Bolivian flag. I have no idea what a kid from Bolivia is doing in a German third division club, but oh well. Oh, the kid's got the rocket ship play style, and I love a bit of pace, so we're promoting him. And this is my managerial style, boys. I'm backing the youngsters, straight away putting them into the first team. Now, since we are trusting youngsters, I think we're going to need a team of coaches that can help them develop. And that's why I'm spending a big chunk of our budget setting up our coaching department. And oh man, the board are going to be pissed too, because I just used about 1 million of our budget setting up that coaching department. But trust me, boys, this will have Saavedra and Sturm grow really well. And then I'll get the credit for their development. But here we go, boys. It's time for my first test as a manager. 4 months ago, I was unemployed, but now I've been given the chance to prove myself. All right, boys, we're going to be putting this Restock club on the map. Before this, I'm sure none of you guys even heard of this club, but now everybody will remember them. There's my right back from the academy. I only saw him in training yesterday, and look at him now, playing for the first team. Looks like my players are already understanding the tactics. Look at all the passing going on. That's what you want to see. But this is not good. Our defense has just been opened up, and we've conceded. Not on my managerial debut. Oh, Saavedra's made a good run. The header, he's so tiny. All right, we might be able to create something from the wing. Maybe a cross, and it's a lovely ball. The header off the crossbar. Bro, this is literally Stuttgart's second team. Not even their main team, and we're struggling. Okay, Saavedra is impressing now. Yeah, he goes. On the attack, straight from Bolivia. Now playing in Germany, but it's not going so well, is it? Saavedra running inwards. His dribbling isn't the best, but he's trying and trying and trying. Maybe a shot finally. Saavedra almost. If he would have scored that, it would make me look like a genius manager, man. But it's full time and I look like an absolute idiot on my debut. And I'm sure I'm going to get criticized for fielding 2 academy players straight away. Wait a minute. We regret to inform you that the board has decided to relieve you of your duties as manager. So basically, we weren't looking like we were going to win the title. And on 6th April, I've just been sacked. I'm going to be unemployed once again. Bro, we were trying to build something at Hansa Rostock, man. Yes, it was bold to maybe get those academy players in, but they were getting better. And to be sacked like this, man, this is going to look horrible for my CV. I don't even know if any clubs are going to be interested to sign me. Well, okay, there are. St. Louis City, they've got the biggest budget here, but I don't want to be going to the MLS. Rotherham United, Stockport, Doncaster, they're all English clubs. Maybe this experience I've learned in Germany could help me in English football. My goodness though, bro, look at the downgrade I'm going to get on my wages. 2,000 per week. A lot of these clubs want me to straight away secure promotion. And I learned the hard way at Hansa Rostock. I don't think I've got the facilities to do that. And that's why I'm thinking this contract from Doncaster Rovers, all they want me to do is avoid relegation. I'll get a bit more freedom here to build something. I think among all these contracts, Doncaster's the safest play. And since I'm not interested in getting sacked again, I think this is what I'm going to sign. There you go. Can't believe this is my 2nd job already in the 1st season itself. But hey, at least I'm no longer unemployed. We're back in England coaching Doncaster. Guys, I think I've been conned. I had no idea Doncaster were in the relegation zone. And with 5 games to go, our objective is to avoid relegation. Otherwise, I could get sacked. Bro, we're like 7 points off. How on earth are we going to avoid relegation? It's basically impossible. Especially considering this team is way worse than we were coaching at Hansa Rostock. Our striker is literally a 40-year-old. Bro, we've just been put in an impossible position. We're going to have to literally win every single game if we want to survive. And guess what? Already we start off with a draw. Oh my days, the season ends and things actually get worse. 24th, last in the league, relegated down to League 2. I didn't sign up for this, man, for no reason. I've now got a relegation on my CV as well. It's the moment of truth now. Are we going to get another season? We are. At least the Doncaster board have some sense. They realized I could really do nothing with the limited time I had. They are giving me 1 more season, but we are going to be in EFL League 2. And to be fair, as a manager, I think this is quite really my level. I got to impress here and work my way up. Now, the good thing is I'll be getting a full preseason to prepare my squad. I didn't get that last season when I joined Hansa Rostock mid-season. One thing I learned from our previous job is that I gotta stop pretending I'm Pep Guardiola. His tactics are not gonna work in EFL League 2. And that's why we're gonna keep it simple here. A 4-2-3-1, a formation the team is used to. We'll still play a high line because I want to play attacking football. That's gonna be my identity. But we're not gonna have our fullbacks bombing forward like we're prime Barcelona. We're gonna keep things simple. To make things work though, we're gonna need a better goalkeeper. We'll do with some defensive reinforcements as well. And something to improve our midfield. I'm actually pretty happy though with our attackers. We've got a lot of pace. Now, I wasn't expecting this, but our budget is pretty healthy, 3 million. And okay, I can see why we've got really big expectations. The board want us to get Doncaster back into EFL League 1. I think that's fair. The one problem, though, is that because we're a Division 4 club, we can only sign players from other Division 4 teams. And that's going to make finding a really good goalkeeper super hard. And okay, the best goalkeeper I could find, Nathan Bishop, 66 rated. And looks like he's going to be my first ever signing as a manager. Had to shell out 840k, though. And now I'm trying to do something very interesting. I'm speaking with the new manager of my previous club, Hansa Rostock. You might be thinking, why? Remember Saavedra, who we promoted from the academy? I think he could fit our team really well, but they're only willing to do a loan deal, which I really don't mind. If we can get like a 2-year loan deal done for him, perfect. They only want to do 1 year, but that's fine. And now if Saavedra accepts, I'll be reunited with him. And the Bolivian kid has accepted. I know once again I'm taking a risk, trusting a youth academy, unproven talent. But trust me, boys, I saw something in this kid. Now, my plan is something different. I want to convert him to a cam. It took a couple of weeks, but it's done. And I am going to take the risk of having Saavedra be the main attacking midfielder of this team. The link between our midfield and attack. I really do trust this 16-year-old. Now, I'm not making the mistake I made at my previous club by just trusting the youth. We're going to bring in some experienced players as well, like Kellen Watts, 67 rated centre-back. Nohan Kene, 65 rated CDM. Not gonna lie, boys, I definitely feel like I've figured things out as a manager. We brought in the experience as well, and now the back back line in the midfield is looking great. But ultimately, what matters is on the pitch. It's my first game in EFL League 2. What I definitely want to try and do is hit the ground running. We couldn't do that in Germany, and that cost us. And I'm liking Saavedra in that cam spot, and we've got pace in this team. Here's Molyneux on the charge, looking for a cross maybe, and no, he couldn't win the header. Gotta say though, this tactical system just suits this team a lot more. I'm glad we didn't change anything crazy. And here's Saavedra looking for passing options, goes for Molyneux again. This is like our tactic that's working. Cut back for Saavedra. It's a chance, but he hits it straight at the keeper. There's the inexperience we're seeing from him. Uh-oh, we're having to do a bit of defensive work here. What's coming through? The centre-back, of course, eye sign, good to see. But we're not yet seeing the free-flowing attacking football I want to see from this team. And if we want to get promoted, we need to see the goals coming in too. And maybe it will now. We're moving the ball nicely, and finally it's Molyneux. Feels good to finally be able to celebrate something as a manager. And also Saavedra is having a really good game as he sets up Molyneux. And I see the run being made. A simple tap-in for Middleton. This is exactly the kind of football I envisioned playing. It did work out in Germany, but it is working out in England in EFL League 2. I know it's early days, but based on what I've seen from my team so far, I think this time things are working and we can have a solid season. We've now made it to the end of the season without getting sacked. And just look at the growth on Antonio Saavedra. The man from Bolivia has lit up EFL League 2. 13 goals, 5 assists. Also, the signings I made like Bishop, Watts, Kenne, they've all grown really well. But it all comes down to results. The board want us to secure automatic promotion back to League 1. If we fail that, I'm sure we're gonna get sacked. Wait a minute, we're in the top 3. That means we have secured automatic promotion and it's second place. Not bad at all. I couldn't win my first ever trophy as a manager, but at least we've done our job. Doncaster are going up. And the fact that I had a relegation on my CV, but now at least we've connected it by having a promotion as well. And hold up, boys. I'm looking at the manager market and maybe there are some doors opening up for me. It looks like clubs like Parma as well as Eibar, they're looking for managers and they're both first division clubs. I know the goal is to manage a top club so that we can try and win the Champions League, but we're not going to get there instantly. We're going to have to try and prove ourselves at mid-table clubs as well. But just getting to a first division club could be huge, so I am going to declare my interest for both Eibar and Parma. Could that be the next destination for me as a manager? Well, I think I now know how it feels to get rejected. Not once, but twice. I presume if we right now apply for jobs, we'll only get clubs like AFC Wimbledon. And I'm pretty sure they play in EFL League 1, just like Doncaster. I think if I want to step up in my managerial career, I'm gonna have to pull off something incredible. And getting Doncaster promoted to the championship might be exactly that. But oh man, the problems of managing in the lower divisions. Look at all the players' contracts expiring. They'll be leaving us, including Antonio Saavedra. Do you know what, boys? We've got a budget of 4.2 million, and the first thing I want to do is bring back Antonio Saavedra. He understands my tactics as a manager. He's already shown he can deliver for Doncaster. And I'm doing it, boys. I'm spending half our budget, £2 million. But we've got Saavedra back at Doncaster. And oh man, with 2 million left, there is so much we need to improve in this team. I guess we could do with a right back as well as a centre back. Probably a left back too, actually. Just completely shoring up our defense might be the play, because I think the attack with Saavedra leading it should be fine. I just found a couple of insane free agents. Hjalmar Egdal, 74 rated centre-back, 28 years old as well. He would, I think, be our highest-rated player. And also Jay Da Silva, the Welshman in the left-back spot. To think we were able to sign both of these players for free, I think it shows my pull as a manager. Probably because they were unemployed just like me a few seasons ago. By the way, for the right-back spot, I was looking to sign Bastian Sturm. If you remember, I was the one who promoted him from the academy, gave him his debut at Hansa Rostock, and now he's gone up to a 67 overall. Fair enough. Oh my days, his market value though is above 2 million. And oh wow, Hansa Rostock actually got them promoted without me. I guess they did make the right decision. Well, we won't be able to sign him now, but with that potential, maybe when I'm at a big club and he's grown even more, a reunion could be on the cards, who knows? But now we're gonna have to settle for a free agent. But Hamza Chaudhry, I remember him from his Leicester City days. How is he a free agent? 72 rated is pretty good for a right back. And there you go, I'm signing a player with Premier League experience. Honestly, signing free agents might have saved our season, because now I do feel like we've got a team that can compete. But yeah, if I want to prove myself as a manager, be on the radar for the big clubs, I need to get this side promoted. One good thing is that we don't have too much pressure from the board. The goal is to finish mid-table here. I want to, of course, outperform and secure promotion. But let's get through the season and see if we can pull that off. Now, while we simulate, if you guys could take a moment and subscribe to the channel, that might give a bit of luck to my managerial career, but also it would mean a lot because we're trying to hit 3 million subscribers, and without you guys, I won't be able to get there. End of the season, and yes, we've secured a playoff spot. Only just 6th position gives us a chance to get promoted to the championship, but this team is going to have to endure the grueling playoffs. But you know what, boys? If I can get my team through this, I think there will be some serious interest in me as a manager. First leg ends in a 2-0 win. Second leg, we managed to hold on. And now we're heading to Wembley for the playoff final. What a moment this is for me as a manager. A couple of seasons ago, I was unemployed. And here I am at Wembley, at the cusp of taking Doncaster to the championship. Honestly, that would be such a big achievement because it would be back-to-back promotions. Maybe a Premier League club would then be interested in getting me. The last time I actually played a game with this team, we were in EFL League 2. And I can already tell you the difference is crazy. At the same time, our team has grown massively as well. And Saavedra's through. He could square this one. Hanlan in the box. Doncaster are now so close to making it to the championship. Oh, we're gonna have to do some defending, but there's Watts coming in with the header. Things have gotten so bad that Saavedra's dropped pretty deep to help create. Honestly, he feels like a completely different player. Look at the way he's able to dictate the game here. It's actually mental. Saavedra strikes it, but a big save from the opposing keeper. Oh, this is exactly what we didn't need. Bishop, you legend. Bishop, catch it, please. Bishop with the save. Clear it away. We just about do. And oh my days, it's pandemonium. And Bishop catches it. This is proper EFL League 1 football, man. Just carnage everywhere. And I think we've done it, boys, full time. We've managed to hang on. Back-to-back promotions have been secured with Doncaster. I'm now going to be managing a championship club. The question, though, is, am I going to still be at Doncaster? I think I've earned enough prestige for bigger clubs to approach me. Now, at the end of the season, I don't see any job openings that really impress me. But I'm going to be patient. You never know when a Premier League or La Liga manager gets sacked. Okay, for like 2 months, I've been waiting to see some decent clubs pop up that have vacancies. And finally, Sunderland has popped up. Oh, but it's showing unlikely that I'll get hired. You know what? Let's just apply for it. What's the worst that could happen?
A few minutes later.
We got the job? How did this happen? It said it was unlikely. Look at the wage bump I'll be getting as well. 49,000 per week. Bro, I'm not even debating this. This is the step up we need. From unemployed to a random German club to then Doncaster. And now Sunderland. My managerial journey continues. Okay, I can now see why I got the Sunderland job. They've been relegated down to the championship. Although 12 games into the season, top of the league. I do think we made the right choice, boys, because with Doncaster, just surviving the championship will be a really tough job. Whereas with Sunderland, the expectation itself is to win the title and get promoted. And if I can become a Premier League manager, that's going to open more doors than ever before. Bro, we made the best decision possible. Look at the Sunderland team I'll be coaching. Players like Brian Brobby up top, 83 rated. Siddiqui and Diarra. I mean, how on earth is this team in the championship? They belong in the Premier League with this much quality. And you know what? We'll be getting them there. Okay, we've joined Sunderland mid-season, so in October. So we'll have to wait a couple of months until the transfer window opens. Oh my days. Once the window opens, we're going to have a lot of fun because we've got a budget of £58 million. Until then, I don't want to do anything crazy. We'll stick with the current tactics the team has got. But I will make one change. We got to play with the high line, man. We're the best team in the league. Let's play some aggressive attacking football. Now, I didn't want to wait until January to begin our transfer plan. So I started selling a few players at the club that I did think we need. And there were actually quite a few of them. And look at that, boys. We've made it to January. But look at our budget. We legit sold 29 million worth of players. And still our first team is unaffected. I basically just got rid of the reserve players that weren't getting any game time. Now, you might be thinking we're already top of the league. What's the point of spending this 89 million? I don't think we got this Sunderland job, boys, to get them back to the Premier League. I think any manager could have done that with the squad they have. I think I've been brought here to have a project in the Premier League. To maybe achieve something there. Make Sunderland a regular Premier League club. Maybe win a trophy or two. And if we use that 89 million and right now itself start planning for the Premier League, I think it could benefit us next season massively. Now, we do have one problem. Since we are in the championship, I can only sign second division players. We can't try and bring in Premier League players. But the championship itself has an insane pool of players. Look at Maxime Esteve. He's playing at Burnley currently, 82 rated. For 28 million, that feels like a bargain. And man, how far have we come as a manager? I remember signing players for like 1 or 2 million at Doncaster. And suddenly we're making 28 million worth of deals. Oh, now this would improve our attack quite a bit. Jaden Philogene. Ipswich are in the championship. And for 31 million, we've got a signature. Now, this is annoying. I really wanted to sign Bastian Sturm, one of the first academy talents I've promoted on my managerial journey. But looks like my first ever club, Hansa Rostock, is still salty. They do not want to sell him. But you know what? For January, I think we've done a good job. Improved our midfield and defense massively. And okay, even I did not expect to completely destroy the championship. 108 points. Wait a minute. I just realized that's my first ever trophy as a manager. And also, boys, we reached the FA Cup semi-finals, only getting knocked out by Man United. This kind of shows that we've prepared our team even for the Premier League. But wait a minute, boys. All this managerial success is getting me a lot more attention. Apparently, I'm guaranteed to get the Torino job if I apply. They're a Serie A club. Borussia Mönchengladbach. They're a pretty big club too in Germany. A lot of first division clubs now I could move to. But I do feel like if I can impress in the Premier League with a team like Sunderland, I could really attract a massive club that can get me close to a Champions League trophy. And to be honest, I'm loving life here at Sunderland, man. 114 million for our budget. And now there won't be any transfer restrictions on us as well. We can sign players from Premier League, La Liga, wherever we want. Let's first see what the board is expecting from me, and they want a mid-table Premier League finish. I think that's very doable. To be honest, I kind of want to aim for top 6. If I can outperform, that's when the big clubs like, say, Barcelona or Real Madrid might notice me. Now, looking at the team, I think definitely goalkeeper spot is something we need to sort out. And I really like the idea of signing James Trafford. I'm dropping 39 million to sign him up. He's 84 rated, gonna be a massive upgrade for us. Now, I think with the remaining cash, we gotta go all in on maybe a centre-back. Because I feel like the major thing we need to sort out in the Premier League is conceding goals, and we won't have to worry about that too much if we can sign Mohamed Simakan. What's he doing at Athletic Bilbao? They're only supposed to have Basque players. I guess we'll help them out by signing Simakan from them for 50 million. Now, our team still has some weaknesses like the fullback department. But overall, boys, I think we've built a squad ready to take on the Premier League. Uh-oh, I think I underestimated the challenge the Premier League would bring, because after 7 games, I might have a second relegation on my CV. Already after this horror show I've had in the Premier League, I'm seeing reduced interest in me. No clubs right now from top 5 leagues are even interested. And why would they be in my first season as a Premier League manager? I'm choking. There's no two ways about it, boys. I've got to turn things around, and I know I can do it, and this might be the perfect game. Sunderland versus Newcastle, the derby. And Newcastle will be a really good test. They're one of the richest clubs now in the world. And look at the level of players they've got. Emery, Tonali. If we can beat them, that'll be a massive confidence boost to the squad. Everybody will feel like they belong in the Premier League. On the charge, here goes Talby. Looking to cut inside. Looks for Brian Brobby. The strength is there, but he drags his shot wide. I will say this, though. The difference in quality compared to what I had at Doncaster, it's actually surreal. But we got to make it count. Brian Brobby playing out wide for some reason. Trying a cutback, not working. Uh-oh, that is really bad. A corner coming in. We've dealt with it nicely. And now on the counter-attack, maybe we could do something. Talby is using his pace. And I do see Brian Brobby into the box, but he couldn't get there fast enough. First half done. I do feel like we've got the tactics spot on for the Premier League, but we don't have the result. Daniel waiting for the runner. Philogene. This is much better. I see Brian Brobby in the box. There he is. Our number 9 gives us the lead in the derby. Now here goes Diarra. Powerful run as he releases this one for Brian Brobby now. He's got a proper chance here. Should have squared it. Should have squared it. Now if Anthony Gordon comes back to haunt us, man, we don't have the pace to catch him. He's so quick. This is looking really bad. Oh, what a tackle that was. Probably saved us a goal. Oh, no, no, no. Across the ball to me. Thankfully, it was Tonali who won the header. Trafford celebrating like he's just won the Premier League. Full time, and we've just beaten Newcastle. This is proof that Sunderland belong in the Premier League. Yes, we've had a shocking disappointing start to the season, but I think we can make a comeback. End of the season, and I told you we would be making a comeback, 6th in the Premier League. Although I'm a bit annoyed that Newcastle finished above us, but for a newly promoted club to finish in the top 6, also another FA Cup semi-final, this time losing out on pens. But regardless, I'm sure what we've done here at Sunderland is very impressive, and it's time to delve into the manager market and see what kind of clubs are interested in me. Wait a minute, Newcastle? Eddie Howe is resigning. There's no way I'm betraying Sunderland. Aston Villa feels like a sideways move. Why aren't there any big clubs? Oh, wait a minute. Wait a freaking minute. We've got quite a few big clubs here. There's Arsenal. We'd be replacing Mikel Arteta. There's PSG, who've got Luis Enrique resigning. And there's also Man City, who don't have Pep Guardiola anymore. Probably that's why they haven't been able to win the Champions League and they want me. This is big, boys. Now, I could take a bit of a risk and wait a little bit longer to maybe try and get an offer from like Barcelona or Real Madrid, but looking at this, Hansi Flick is safe and sound at Barca, so is Xabi Alonso. I think we gotta make a decision and take one of these offers. Both Man City and Arsenal, by the way, didn't win the league, so it would be a challenge managing them to, of course, overcome Liverpool. They both will be in the Champions League. That's also one reason why I'm not considering to even renew at Sunderland. We're not gonna be in the Champions League, and don't forget, the goal of this video is to climb the manager market, join a club that can win the Champions League, and now we can do that by going to either City or Arsenal. To be honest though, PSG feels like the best choice. I'll have basically unlimited money. I can build the team that I want. We'll only focus in the Champions League. Plus, what a journey it would be to go from being unemployed to the PSG manager. And you know what? I'm applying for the job. We're gonna replace Luis Enrique. Oh, and I love to see that wage upgrade I'm getting. PSG have just offered me a contract. And this is it, boys. I'm signing it. And here I am being unveiled as the PSG manager. My goal now is simple. Win the Champions League, and I've completed my managerial journey. No way, man. Look at the quality of players I'm going to be managing here at PSG. We've got Ballon d'Or winner Dembele up top, although he's now 33 years old. But no problem, because we've got Osimhen on the bench. There's the French Neymar and Desiree Doué, Kvicha Kvaratskhelia, Barcola on the bench. And we've also got this guy called Bang. But my god, is this team insane with João Neves, Vitinha. Hang on, the only problem this team has is that it's got no left back. Where's Nuno Mendes? Oh wow, he actually left to join Juventus. And I guess I know what's my first task here as PSG manager. I'm dropping 125 million to bring in the best left back in the world. And I think that's the most expensive transfer I've made as a manager. How crazy is that? It's been a grind, boys. I remember signing players for like 1 or 2 million at Doncaster. And look at us now. Honestly, boys, I don't think there's anything else we need to do. Tactics-wise as well, what Luis Enrique had set up here, I think is more than good enough. We've definitely made a few changes, like having Nuno Mendes and Hakimi be even more attacking. But yeah, I'm starting to feel like this is probably the best chance I'll ever have to win the Champions League. But first, let's see if we can even make it to the final. End of the season and PSG win Liga. I know I shouldn't be surprised. We're just too good for this league. We also managed to win the French Super Cup, as well as the French Cup, which means I could win a treble with PSG. All depends on the Champions League, where we've been unbeaten so far. Round of 16, we knock out Monaco. Quarterfinals, we get through Arsenal. Semi-finals, we knock out Chelsea. And I knew I made the right decision joining PSG, because look at that. I'm going to be playing a Champions League final. But hold on. We've got some injury issues. Pacho has torn his hamstring and he's not going to be available for the final. Zaberni is just coming back from a broken foot. How did we even make this final without centre-backs? Okay, I think my managerial ability will now be tested. How do I get through a Champions League final without having any centre-backs? I mean, we could play Lucas Hernandez. He's got experience, so might be the play. But man, he's got 66 pace, man, and he's 35. It's a big risk. Wait a minute, Archie Gray can play in the centre-back spot. Okay, yeah, that's definitely what I'm gonna do. Do you know what? It might be worth taking a bit of a risk. We've got this Kamara kid with 80 pace, 24 years old. I know it's risky, but I want to play him in a Champions League final. Also, another big change I want to make is play João Neves CDM. And I know Mayulu is a French wonder kid, so I want him starting. We'll still keep Dembele, Doué, and Kvicha up top. And here we are now playing a Champions League final. Who would have thought? When I was unemployed, looking for any job I could get, then of course getting sacked within like 6 months. Who would have thought we'd make it to a Champions League final in a few years? But let's now get the job done. Let's complete the challenge by winning the Champions League. And oh man, this PSG team is actually insane. When you've got players like Kvicha, things are easier as the keeper makes a big save. Here's Desiree Doué, who's managed to break through, and Ousmane Dembele completely free. Shocking defending from Juve. Ballon d'Or winner Dembele doing it again. Bro, I cannot believe just how much of a step up this is compared to Sunderland. The players I'm coaching, like Nuno Mendes and all, this is absolutely insane. And here we are, trying to, of course, make it 2-0. Dembele showing what he's all about. Another goal. And honestly, boys, I think we've earned this. We've earned the right to coach a club like PSG with this level of talent. We went through the hardships at Doncaster, at Sunderland, and now we're enjoying the pinnacle with this PSG team that is just insane. Setting it up for Desiree Doué. We've just crushed Juventus in this final. And that's it, boys. Full time. I've reached the pinnacle of my managerial career. From being unemployed to now a Champions League winner. The journey is complete. Now, if you enjoyed this video, watch me manage the worst Premier League club in FC 26. Click here.